MarkRogersTV running down positional units across the Big Ten. We stop in Evanston with Zach Pereles of Inside NU to talk some Northwestern Wildcat linebacking core. All right, Zach, let's jump into it. Of course, Anthony Walker completely jumps off the stat sheet from last season. 2015, 120 total tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. He picked off a pass. This guy makes plays all over the field.
Anthony Walker was the heart and soul of that defense and really a breakout player. You look at, so last year was his redshirt sophomore year. His redshirt freshman year, he really just came on in the latter half of that year after Colin Ellis actually retired football due to concussions. So Walker really only had about a year's worth or even half a year's worth of starting experience before last year he just absolutely exploded. Like you said, the tackles for loss, about 20 on the year, is incredible for a guy playing middle linebacker, not even a position that usually is attacking in the backfield, a guy that has to drop back into coverage a lot. He was all over the field. He's very, very good in terms of the angles he takes, and he runs better than most middle linebackers his size that I've ever seen at the college level. If you want to see kind of the epitome of how good Anthony Walker was last year, turn on that first game against Stanford, and he's running down Christian McCaffrey, which just doesn't make any sense for as big as he is. But he is, like you said, he's fantastic. He can attack you. He can attack in the backfield. He can drop back and pick off passes. They're going to look for him to be that leader again this year.
Okay, flanking Walker, you've got 3 guys basically in the mix for playing time in Nate Hall, Jalen Prater, and Joe Jones. Can you kind of give me their attributes, what we can look for those guys?
Nate Hall is going to be starting at the will linebacker, we believe. So Anthony Walker at the Mike. Then you have Nate Hall at the will. Nate Hall is a guy that runs very well for his size as well. You kind of see this among all of the Northwestern linebackers. They're very good athletes. And Nate Hall runs very well. He's kind of a breakout candidate as well this year. If you look at the trajectory that Walker took, Hall is taking a similar trajectory. He wasn't a starter at the beginning of last year. Actually, when Jalen Prater got hurt, he took over in the latter stages of the season and played very well. So he's a breakout candidate. And then at that third spot, that Sam spot, it's a competition between Joe Jones and Jalen Prater. Prater is a guy that's good against the run, not so good in pass. Even last year when he was starting before the injury, he did not play on passing downs. Nate Hall would come in on third down. So now Prater, again, after starting last year, is going to have to earn a starting spot this year at the Sam position. I think that he will get that spot just because of how good he is against the run. But again, on third downs, he'll probably give way this time to Joe Jones. Joe Jones is one of the fastest linebackers I think I've ever seen. He's actually one of the gunners on special teams, believe it or not, which is typically a place where you see wide receivers and cornerbacks. So Joe Jones is another very good athlete. This is definitely the one position where Northwestern has the athletes to actually be ahead of all of their peers.
Okay, so obviously you feel real good with the frontline guys, 3 spots, 4 guys. In regards to any kind of depth, any guys, does it really drop off after that?
So Cam Cairo is going to be probably the 5th linebacker, and then the obvious backup to Anthony Walker in the middle if Anthony Walker ever has to come out. He really didn't have to much last year. Cam Cairo is a younger guy. I saw that ESPN tabbed them as one of their key breakout guys. Other than that, not anything special, I don't think. But these guys it's really the starters, and then obviously whoever loses the battle between Prater and Jones will see a lot of playing time regardless. And then Cam Cairo is probably going to take that 5th spot. other than that, they have a great name in Django Glacken, true freshman, awesome name. Comes from the IMG Academy, which is down in Florida and has produced like hundreds of Division I athletes. Django, if he doesn't redshirt, we think that he could be one of the guys that contributes as a true freshman.
Yeah, this kid probably is going to be a fan favorite right out of the gate just because of what you just said. So people are going to be rooting for him. He is the 47th rated outside linebacker in the 2016 class, according to 24/7 Sports. So it's a good group. Front line, very solid, vying for the best unit in the Big Ten, led up by Anthony Walker. Good stuff there. Zach Peerless from Inside NU helping us break down a very solid Northwestern linebacking core. Thanks a lot, Zach.
Thanks so much for having me.